I was actually part of the reason my back hurts so much is I've been doing as I've been bot work all day, sitting in one spot, and I kind of screwed up my back. But the weather is also contributing to that. It was really weird going through my stuff and like looking at episode 100 and feeling like that was so long ago already. Like it's only been like 2 weeks, but that's using the systems that I've had in place, where 25 episodes in a season. That's half a season. Thank you for the support, hon. I'm trying to get DOSBox to properly capture inside OBS. I also didn't realize just how loud that was. Wow. Okay. Hi, everyone. Okay, this is our next test to see if we can get One Must Fall to capture correctly. Maybe? That looks like that might actually work. It's gonna be janky, because, like, we're trying to capture a game from the early 90s here, but if we manage to get this, it'll be fun. Okay, so getting a little bit of funkiness on the window capture itself. Definitely getting some crunchy lag. Let's see. What on earth? What is this doing? Oh, I'm hurting a lot, honestly. I'm here to play games and kick my own ass, I guess. I don't know why this is capturing the way it is. It'll be okay. Yeah, that crunches, but it'll suffice. Okay, cool. Stop hurting. Aw. Dan, it'll be okay. Eventually I'll be dead. Okay, we're gonna close this for now. That's loud. I'd like to do like an actual talkie talk before I get into this. I was actually in the Discord earlier. I think you were asleep. I didn't want to bother anybody, so I just logged out and did my own thing for a few hours. Oh, hello. Welcome in, Raiders. Hi, hi, hi. We're still getting set up here. I'm rolling my evening joint before I get started, but welcome in, everybody. How was your stream, Hef? How you doing? We're about to do some early 90s crunchy robot combat, and I hope you're ready for some major jank streamage. Crunchy. Hey there, Tiglets. How you doing, hon? Been a minute. Tig tasty. Dan, have you been eating Tig again? You're fatigued. Oh, mood. Well, come join the Cuddle Puddle. We're going to be doing some cozy gaming, punctuated by extremely crunchy robots, and potentially a little bit of rage quitting. We don't know. I'm not good at side-scroller fighting game. Well, I'm not good at fighting games. Side-scroller beat-em-ups or something else, though. I'm actually not too bad at games like Turtles in Time. I'm part of Tig, at least. Oh, baby. Alright. Well, looks like we're about to have the timer roll over here just in time, because I just finished rolling this. Gotta aerate it, of course. Why is my face doing this? Why is she doing the goldfish thing? Yeah, stop that. Lady, hey lady. Yeah, my face is over here. Stop that. Thank you. Alright. So, for those that are unaware of what the heck this game is going to be, this is One Must Fall 2097. Is that mouse? Ah! She got them sharp teeths. Them chompy teeths. This new fish you learned. Alright, tell me about this new fish you learned about, Tig. In the meantime, so you might all be familiar with a company called Epic Mega Games. They run, you know, the Epic Store, and, I don't know, created the Unreal Engine. Cookie cutter sharks. Oh, those are super cool. I had a partner whose persona was a nurse shark, but a lot of the stuff that I'd see was also like cookie cutter. Yeah. So this is an early game from Epic Mega Games, back when they were Epic Mega Games, because I don't believe they've actually utilized that name in quite some time. What is going on with these lyrics? What is this? And it is a game that was made after the success of Street Fighter 2. They were trying to cash in on the idea of, well, maybe we can get into fighting games. And so they made a demo called One Must Fall that involved a pair of karate fighters that looked like Ryu and Ken. And they were in like red and blue gi, and it was a simple demo that was released on PC Gamer magazine demo discs. And for a while, that was actually how I found out about a lot of games, because this is like pre-internet gamer world, back when the internet was only used for business or only used for dating. And it's interesting, like, looking at how basically the idea behind the Steam store is very heavily inspired by the era of those demo discs and by some of the proto gaming store ideas that they come up with for creating a semi-virtualized space. Some of my first experiences in what one could call a VR environment were actually the Toonami tie-in for, yeah, we're talking really a ways back. The Toonami tie-in for PC Gamer magazine back when MDK, Murder, Death, Kill came out, I think spawned the game as well, where if you wanted to actually go play the games, you would walk into different portals that would then launch the game as though it were a launcher. Yes, I am such a nerd, and when it comes to gaming, like, there's a reason that I started a gaming channel. This is my life. So One Must Fall 2097 was the redux of that game. They finished a completed, polished version of it, and later it came out with a second version called One Must Fall Battlegrounds, which is a complete flop and destroyed the entire series as a concept whatsoever. Which sucks, because the first game was really, really good on its own, and we're about to check it out. I hope you're all able to imbibe along, whether through smoking, vaping, or dabbing. Teachers, edibles, tonics, yourselves. I hurt like hell. I'm gonna light up. One sec. There we go. And yeah, Cookie Cutter Shark is actually a really good way to put what she's doing with her mouth when she does the OMG face. I wish she wouldn't do that, but she do. Okay, so let's go over here. I'm gonna pause our music. Whoa, no, I was afraid of that crunch. I was afraid of that crunch. We're also probably gonna have to move me into the corner before I even start the game. So as I was saying, I'm not good at fighting games, but I do have a soft spot for this one. It's a fun little game. Crunch, 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 crunch. There we go. This game was just so radical when it came out. I remember my friend and I, like, early elementary school, getting into, like, matches on this one and deciding who's the best at which mech and which is the best character to use if you're playing in the single player roster. And it was I love this game. It's so good. Let's see. Make certain I didn't. Okay, we turned down the speed slightly because I was getting my butt handed to me. And we'll go ahead and try a let's do an arena. Or not the arena, the one-player game, and go through just a basic. I think veteran is the starting combat difficulty that actually gives you the achievement. So let's do that. Make certain we're on it. Yep, veteran. Cool. Okay. Personally, I like Crystal. And I think part of that may have been just because I was a trans girl that didn't know what was going on inside my head at the time. I named my first dog after this character. We're talking a long time ago. Jaguar. Oh, I love every one of these bots for their own reasons. Except for Thorn. Like, I hate fighting against Thorn. Thorn is one of the most frustrating bots to fight against because it ducks so well and dodges nearly every attack so well. I'm so... Oh, what's up with the audio here? Hold up. There we go. BID5. There we go. Get those crunches. And this is why I was saying earlier to the folks in the pasture that I want to edit the audio in this one so that it's the pipes that wave. Oh right, everything's a two fight in single player mode. You don't. Ow. I've been playing in tournament mode for a minute, which actually changes up the rule set of the game in a way that makes it a bit more playable for long term. But not if you're doing like actual player versus player tournaments. For player versus player tournaments, you want to stick with this mode of the game because it doesn't edit the characters in any way aside from what the defaults from any given character's stats are. Ow! Almost. Almost a perfect kill. I really like Katana. It used to be one of my favorite bots to play as. Oh, we're both stunned. I love this silly little game. Now my goal, because I found out that there's still a living, thriving community of players for this, which cracks me up as well. Schnitzel and Chips, great name. Welcome in, first time chatter. And yeah, the backgrounds in this are great. One of the things that I really like about One Must Fall is the active backgrounds. The fact that the arenas that you fight in almost all have a way to interact with the player and cause additional damage. I wonder if we're going to end up getting the one of my favorite ones, which is the electric fence level. Based on whether or not you manage to throw an enemy, like I just did there, if they hit a wall while thrown, they'll end up taking additional damage. Also, there's like the news report thing that tells you about it. One of the things I don't like is in single player, for some reason, half the time, they'll misgender your female character. Early trans vibes. Jean-Paul in a Pyros. Also, Jean-Paul, early NB representation. Same with Cossette. There's a few characters in this game that gender didn't really apply, and we're talking early 90s. That's a big deal for the time. Jaguar's so bouncy. So bouncy. One of the things that also sucks about showing other people this, if I do manage to get them to play in competitive mode against me, is they will have a general idea of how bad I am at fighting games and the patterns that I tend to use for playing against the AI. I have no idea how to play this against a normal human opponent anymore, because the last time I did was in 1996. Ah! Oh no. The Gargoyle's got some really interesting abilities, most of them involving different types of throws, but it gives them an extremely high mobility. Also, that electric fence, I love it. Really, really high mobility against other characters when played at a high level. Same goes for the katana that we fought earlier. Like, even the Electro, the one that really didn't get a chance to fight back against me, has a lot of cool abilities, and at one point I knew how to pilot all of these, but I really don't anymore. Come on, Cossette. Flail is another one of those lowrider mechs, or HARs, human-assisted robot. Love the in-game lore. Oh no, I'm about to lose this match. Wow! Ibrahim always gives me issues. Really? Why did you get priority on that attack? Dang it. So every time I try to use that Jaguar leap, he ends up charging forward and I'm losing it. Well, yes, do continue. What? Huh? What happened? Huh. Oh, best 2 of 3 scoreboard? That's different. Oh, I lost my score, I see. Oh, that's a fun one. I did half my health in a single throw. Come on, man. Oh? Thank you, Milky Taro, for all the support. Super appreciate it. No! This guy is going to be the end of me. Oh, that was so close! Baited him into attacking. Alright. Shiro. I love the Shadow as Har. It's a really cool robot. The ability to project itself as shadows that do damage is great. And the game actually has a specialized, like, hitbox and interaction for each of them, where you're able to also strike back against them to reverse somebody's attacks that are using a shadow. Wonder if I can defeat my next opponent with nothing but throws.
Round one. Fight.
Oh wow, I did a lot of damage.
You lose. Round two. Fight.
Ow. The fact that I managed to reverse his attack there was very unfair on my part. Like, I shouldn't have been able to do that. No! No!
You lose.
Aw. Alright. Yes, continue. Stand 2.
Round one. Fight.
I guess I don't quite have what it takes to play in veteran difficulty.
You win.
I wish I knew what the attack for fatalities was in this, because there's 4 for each of the different Hars.
You win.
Oh, nice. Well, I got one of the destructions. Those are hard. Alright, versus Milano.
Round one. Fight.
Boot to the head.
Round two. Fight. You
Just
win.
mopped the floor with him that time. Alright. Major Krasak.
Fight.
Let's see if I can get this guy. Fighting Optimus Prime here. Nova Bomb, huh?
You win. Round two. Fight.
Oh. His resistance. Really? He just no sale on every one of those hits. And in the arena tonight, Major Krasak gave Crystal a run for her money but came a few thousand credits short. Major Krasak held in there before a while, but Crystal simply outperformed him with moves like this, sweeping his feet. You awaken in your own body. For a few moments, you come down from the adrenaline high you've experienced. Your body seems so frail now. The team is already celebrating, and you welcome their congratulations. The time to party is short-lived. Your mind takes in the last few hours events and the knowledge that an entire moon is now yours to command. Oh yeah, we own Ganymede now, by the way. Wait a sec, comes a panicking voice from a vid monitor. Everyone, listen! He turns up the volume, and everyone in the room is silent. was found dead today. We repeat, Hans Krasek's body was found at 1800 hours tonight in a garbage bin outside Nova Laboratories. Everyone is holding their breath as the news reporter continues. We've been handed this notice that has to be read when Krasek won the fight tonight. It reads, Notice to all humans, a new day has begun. Nova, a project started by war, will give new life. Oh, war, World Aeronautics and Robotics Corporation, War Corp. This process can take a human brain and place it inside a robotic body. What you saw tonight was me, Hans Krasak, directly connected but to a new form of horror. The human race will now see its ultimate evolution. The announcer lays down the digipad containing the message. Tragically, all scientists close to the project have been killed in a fire which broke out shortly after the last match tonight. All records of the Nova project were destroyed. In other news, a crew member switches the display off. Well, looks like we'll be looking for a new boss now. They had to give you top priority access immediately. Your first act was to jump onto a private link and use the code you've been carrying since your parents' death. Accessing a personal log from your father, you find out what Nova was all about. Your father, along with other top researchers, were working on a way to keep human brains alive. Little did he know, they realized the real reason for their experiments. When your father discovered that Krasak was trying to form a cyborg army using his experiments, he quit the project. He should have known that Krasak wasn't going to let him walk away. The record showed a 1500k payoff to Iron Fist for quote-unquote research. Iron Fist, hired under Krasak's direct orders, killed your parents. Now he's also dead. The Nova project will not continue. As you step onto the elevator to the next shuttle to Ganymede, you imagine the changes you can help bring to War. Now you have the power to bring those dreams to reality. As you fly towards the moon, a peace falls over you. You feel like you can finally be happy now that your parents' deaths have been avenged. Overlord of Ganymede. Oh, I can't put that in. Okay, well. Alright, so that's a basic run through, like, the initial campaign if you play as Crystal. I have no idea what happens if I actually manage to beat the game as any other character. Let's see. It's an even slower version of the same character. Let's see if I can do anything as a katana. I was not good the last time I tried to play with one.
Round one. Fight. You win.
Alright. Perfect round, of course. I should probably also be reading these, the banter between the characters at the beginning of each fight, because they do matter to that whole overarching story. Okay, not looking good if I'm down to half health on the first fight. Cosette fought a respectable battle with Jean-Paul and was victorious. Not half bad, Cosette. They both did some damage, but Cosette ended the contest with this shot. Punch. With your mind so troubled, you cannot win. My hatred will be my strength. Uh-huh. So canonically, Christian is supposed to be Crystal's, brother? And both of them are children of the researchers who ran the Nova project. Some Gundam Wing level interaction between the characters here. Oh no, I'm about to lose. Stab, stab. Stab, stab, stab. Well, his hatred was his weapon. Oh no. Phone, where are you? In my pocket. Okay, that works. Phone, disable. Thank you. Next, we get our asses handed to us some more. Oh, what a silly way for that to go.
Round three. Fight.
Will it just let me do this for the entire... Oh, wow, this is rude. Okay, well, maybe we can just quickly figure out what the ending looks like. What a terrible combo. For all you who like the occasional one-sided masochistic pouncing, then watch out for Cosette. Every time I've read that, my entire life, I thought it was pounding. I did not realize it was pouncing. Perhaps you can be my bodyguard after I win. I'm a bodyguard only as long as it suits my purpose. Uh-huh. Edgelord gonna edge, right? Wait, why am I taking damage for those? What? I just noticed my... what? Do blocks cause damage to the opponent? Why am I taking damage for that? Oh no, I was just receiving damage for something else apparently. For all those that enjoy an evenly matched battle, I hope you didn't pay for match at the stadium. Yeah, okay. If you have no experience on these machines, why are you here? For Ganymede. I must be victorious. My understanding is, Angel isn't human, but I don't know if that means that she's just not Earthling. Welcome back, Hef. How you doing, hun? Oh no. Blah!
Round 2. Fight.
Oh no. Had to run and get beef and pool noodles. What are you... Wait, what are you doing with beef and pool noodles? That sounds like the most cursed stroganoff of all time. Cosette fought a respectable battle with Angel and was victorious. Not half bad, Cosette. They both did some damage, but Cosette ended the contest with this shot. A boot to the head. Thank you for the reminder that I have a burrito. Beef for food, pool noodles to stop dropping things between the wall and the bed. Oh, that makes sense. Your legs won't help you in this contest. Please, your injury has nothing to do with this fight. What? Wait, does Cosette not have legs?
Round 1. Fight.
This is very silly. Like, veteran difficulty apparently did not account for a player just doing this.
Round 2. Fight.
Couldn't find any nudes? No! Cosette showed incredible abilities with the katana as Ibrahim became little more than a punching bag. With this one, as well as other outstanding hits, have sent Ibrahim back to the shop for a little while. Ganymede will soon be mine. You have to get past me first. Gotta go fast.
Round 1. Fight.
That was a weak ending for being so mobile that whole fight.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh no, I got too close. Oh no! Oh no! Talk about a reversal! Wow! Wow, on that recent mini doc that I watched about One Must Fall Battlegrounds, like the characters really did not keep any of their original looks. All that was kept was just like the names. Even paralyzed, I'm stronger than you. Babe, you're nothing but sparks. So she's paralyzed. There is stories to each of the characters. That's wild.
Round one.
This whole time, like, decades later, I'm only just now finding out about all this? Wow, that shredder just took half my health in one combo. Rude. Guess I'll just take all of his.
Round two. Fight.
Wow.
You lose. Round three. Fight. You win.
Why don't you go home and hide under the covers? Huh? I'll show you. What? Why are they even fighting?
Fight.
Ow. Well, now I get to see the rest of the move list as played by a real character. Or not.
Round two. Fight.
Oh. Ow. Ow. Crunch. Ow. No. In the year 2000. No, in the year 2097. In the year 2000. Distant robots. All humanity is gone. I don't remember the lyrics to that. I know what you're referencing, though. In the distant year 2000. Now we all listen to robot techno. Old Conan O'Brien skit. There's a song that was done with that. I'm sure Hope Cassette and Crystal's repair crews didn't have any parties tonight. With a mediocre performance by Cassette, her katana repair crew will be stuck in the shop almost as long as her opponents. We shall see who laughs last. Your injury was to your body. You have moved it to your mind. Fly to the Concords. Yes, that's the one.
Round one. Fight.
Oh. Oh, that's interesting. My hitbox still qualified for the axe head. Who would have thought?
Round two. Fight.
Just want to show you folks what's going on behind me, whatever that's happening. Also, the fact that I was able to do that while leaning and looking up at OBS, that's great. Whoa, this challenger meant business tonight. Cassette could show the old pros a thing or two about that katana. Check this action out. This is how Shiro looked the whole match. Beaten, bruised, and bewildered. Come on, sucker. Like my battery? What? You called me weak once. You will never do it again. Your injury was tragic. Too bad you didn't stay down.
Round one. Fight.
Oh. I'll step on your head.
You win.
That's from the Flight of Conchords song. Ah.
Round two. Fight.
And here I thought you were just asking me for a good time. So gonna jump on this guy's head for a while. Don't mind me. And then he explodes. I don't know why he explodes. See, this changes, like, the tenor of this statement here of your body seems so frail now because she was uploaded into the katana for the fights using the Nova Laboratories technology. Okay. Of course you won. That old fool never understood your abilities. And he paid for his mistake, didn't he? Immediately, you assign what engineers you can to muster to finding out how Krasek was able to successfully place his brain inside a machine. How wonderful it would be to finally say goodbye to this chair and spend eternity in the perfect body of a robot. You look down at the scribbling and design specifications for the cassette robot. I will soon walk again, you say, and then I will see what kind of war president I can make. As you fly towards the moon, the limitations of your handicap seem to fade away. With your dreams within reach, you feel stronger and more alive than ever. That's interesting. Like, they wrote transhumanism into the story back in the 90s in a way that, like, I just didn't even know about. That's really neat. Huh. Alright. So, I don't really care much about the other characters right at the moment. Let's do tournament play. And we're gonna start a new one. Although, let's see, pilot's name. Caps lock doesn't matter. And we're gonna be green for obvious reasons. Actually, we're gonna end up changing the colors of this, but I'm gonna drop this down to medium because I was playing on steel earlier and I could not. Part of the thing about the tournament mode in this is that as you play it, based on your performance and how well you beat the enemy, it will start to throw additional rounds at you with special unlock challenge opponents. And if you defeat those, you can get free upgrades. Why are we sad now? Sand, hey, you good, hun? What's going on? Puppy, it's okay. We're just gonna go fight. It's okay. Why are you sad? What was I saying? Oh, you can get unlockable parts for your robots based upon who you're fighting in the tournament mode. And I don't normally perform well enough to actually get any of that, but we're gonna give it at least a little bit of a try. Also, I need to turn my air conditioner on. It is hot in here today. AC, you wanna turn on? Yeah, there we go. Remember when they said that GameCube would remember when they said games in GameCube would learn, as in its thinking branding is... No, that's not. I was born in '88, but I had a pair of siblings that were 10 and 7 years older than me, and my mother was a gamer before having them, so, like, I grew up in a household that already had, like, an Atari and a Commodore 64 and PC games and stuff. GameCube, I don't remember having any branding about it specifically learning, but I also didn't have access to cable TV when it was around. Oh. I cannot see because I have the wrong windows open here. I am a fool. I am a fool. Thank you for the follow, Corvus. Let's see here. Open this back up. Oh no. Software, can you come back, please? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. One sec, let me fix this. I broke it. Oh. 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 Okay, we're back. I can't actually buy anything there to start aside from these. We're gonna increase agility. I'm skipping again. Was I skipping when I alt-tabbed out? Because that would be expected. I'm causing some sort of memory. Oh, I see it. I see it now in OBS. It's doing the thing. It's because you're watching. Yep, it's you. It's because you're here. Yeah, Half, at any point that you want to, like, come over to my house and figure out what the hell's wrong with my computer, that'd be great. I give up.
Ready. Fight.
Immediately gets thrown. Wow, the amount of damage dealt per attack in this is very different versus the normal mode. I deal so little damage. Just sit here and grind on this person for a while. Oh, I guess we're just throwing each other now.
You win.
But yeah, commonly I'll see that when I'm alt-tabbing or when I'm doing something that's memory intensive or CPU intensive. And why it's doing that now, the main reason I would imagine is we don't have the fan running and the computer itself is getting hot. As I had said a moment ago, I'm getting hot, which means so is the computer. Which would also explain why my camera's having issues as well. Okay, so one of the things I really like in tournament mode is they add the ability to do training courses to upgrade parts of your bot as you go. And not just like increasing or unlocking special abilities, but also the amount of power, the amount of damage that you do, the amount of stun damage you do, how quickly you perform a move, and how quickly your bot moves. Those are all different attributes that you have to level up separately in this.
Ready. Fight.
Wow, I just got juggled into oblivion. God, so many parts. Wait, what? What was that? Just reverse my throw by grabbing me in the middle of trying to throw you? What is this? Oh, wow. Wow.
Ready. Fight.
No. I'm just gonna miss that every time. Am I able to do a roundhouse when they're falling from that? Well, can't do a sweep. See, now that you point out that I'm skipping, I can't unsee it, and it is ever so frustrating. Wow, it's getting worse, too. What is happening? Hold on. Don't like that. See, and I expect it when I'm alt-tabbing, because, like, that causes an actual hang every single time. But let's see. Let's Nuke Discord. Let's nuke Firefox. There is absolutely no reason that DOSBox and OBS alone should be hanging up my computer like this. Like, zero reason whatsoever. I'm not currently uploading anything, and we just had the VTuber up, so yeah, there's no reason it should be behaving like that. And that stutter right now is as Firefox is loading the browser window for me to be able to watch what I'm doing. I wonder if my ad blocker might be what's chewing that up. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. Alright, well. Back to trying to get this game to run. Then we go crunch, and we're back. And then we try to fight Stefan, and we get our ass handed to us again. Man, screw you. Ow. Knock me out. What I'm trying to do is just see how much that roundhouse can actually do. It's mainly the fact that it's got such good distance, but it seems like the haymaker actually does more. It's just such a close hit for it. That shouldn't even have hit me.
Ready. Fight.
Hold on a sec. Hey, computer? Oh. Hold on. We're gonna launch our actually built-in Acer software and take a look at what the system processor and graphics card are doing, because it's not activating the turbo mode. Did Explorer kill the process? What's going on here? Okay, now I'm trying to tell it to manually launch. Okay, so you probably hear a very noticeable background hiss now. That is the onboard fan going up to maximum. For reasons unknown to me, it just doesn't turn on. Or at least not in a way that makes sense for when the processor's starting to get hot. The CPU was sitting at 92 centigrade. Now it's sitting at 85 centigrade and dropping. Like, why it's not attempting to vent that heat on its own, I don't know. Now it's down to 83, and we're continuing to see, like, not liking that. 81, GPU is down from 80 to 74, system is down from 85 to 73, so we're getting somewhere. Oh, I super don't care about... cooling comes first. If cooling came first, Acer, then your fan would just run when I told it to, but it didn't. So what's happening here? Yeah, system temperature was in the 95th percentile of what this thing could supposedly handle. But I'm still seeing that stutter. I don't like that. No, app management isn't what I want either. True Harmony content mode. True Harmony supports internal speaker and 3.5mm audio sources only. No, that's not what we're looking for. Advanced settings, temperature units, backlight, sticky keys. Yeah, don't even get into sticky keys. I don't want that at all. Boot logo, don't care. Don't care about that. Pulsar lighting, don't care about that. Okay, so I'm looking at my stutter in OBS and it's still happening, which is really annoying. Half help me. Half make it go away. Half. I don't know. I'm just gonna stop paying attention to it, because otherwise we're not gonna have a stream tonight. Hey, I finally threw somebody! Or at least the grab and throw over the shoulder thing. I've been trying to do that for days. Alright. After this match, I'm probably going to end up changing games, to be honest, because as fun as this is, a little blast from the past, I got other stuff I can be playing. I don't need to be playing this. I won't be playing blast from the past stuff. I mean, I should probably go look up, like, Night Raid, Commander Keen. This is those people. It's also the same people that did Duke Nukem. Okay, we'll close out of that and hope that that resolves at least some of the crunch. Somehow I doubt it's going to, but you know, you never know. Me back, whoa, over here. Say hi for the moment. Turn on our music, which no longer wants to respond. That's cool too, I guess. Thank you, computer. Appreciate that. Whoa. Whoa. Alright. What else we got for games? We got plenty. We just need to go grab them. I am not doing Cosmeteer right now. I've been playing way too much of that. Also, what is happening here? Wait, WTF? What? Why am I on a black background all of a sudden? What is this? Huh? That's DOSBox. Why is DOSBox doing that? And it's occupying a palette size in excess of 5 times my monitor? What the hell? What was that? Okay. Anyways. I still want to get more Time Spinner stuff done. I don't know if I actually have the dexterity for extreme platforming challenges right now, or even like that style of Castlevania stuff. I want to play more Road Warden, but I read too much in that one, and it was murdering my voice last time. We're not doing Cosmeteer. I keep looking back up to it, and I'm like, no, that is an addiction. We need to stop. I've been wanting to do Kingdom 2 Crowns as well, but I think that's just because I got to watch some of my old content between me and Koi as we were playing through it, and it's gonna forever hold a soft spot for me, being one of the early pillars of me running this channel. Oh, we can also change this real quick. Well, that's not correct, but that did fix it. Okay, thank you. Kind of want to do one of my sound games. Rhythm games. I don't know why my brain is doing this. I'm in a lot of pain. I'm sorry, folks. Actually, that's a good reminder to myself. I should medicate. Cheers, everyone. Soundodger. Let's see if this actually boots correctly. Oh god. Ugh. Yeah. Wait, what is auto-gen mode? Hold on a sec. That's not something I saw before. Select an MP3? Ooh. Okay, I'll play with that later. That's a cool idea. If I could actually play my own soundtracks in Soundodger, that'd be neat. Just jump right into tier 4 difficulty. Forget a warm-up. Who needs that? Oh, Dan, can you set this, game? It's Soundodger. One milk guitar, if you're there. Woo! Ah! Oh no. Oh no. Ah! No! Ah! Alright, well. Dang, that was a lot of points lost. Soundodger is a bullet hell rhythm game. Rhythm in the sense that the game is throwing things at you in relation to the music tracks being played. And the idea is, don't get hit. Every time that you do, it's going to fast forward through the current beats or notes that are on the screen, ones that have not yet been cleared, and it takes away the score of those, reducing the overall percentage of accuracy that you have in the song. And sessions of this are measured by what percentage of notes you manage to clear without being struck. Additionally, there's a function of being able to slow the game down, but doing so still has the same effect of, if any object strikes a sidewall while you are in slowdown mode, those do not count towards the score. Dang it, backed into me. Category gone. Category gone? What do you mean? Dang it. What is this shit? No. No, stop it with this. Why? This... No! Ah! How did I survive that? No, 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 no. Don't start backing up again. Wasn't showing in mod view. Got it. Oh no, 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 oh no. Oh god. No! Well, it was better than I got last time. 70%. Oh, yep, new record. There it is. I think I got like 40 something last time. So I got a 59. Here we go. I think I'm also done with all of the normal progression in this one that's based on percentages. And all of the progression I have left is, can you do this without getting hit at all, period, and keeping the heart token alive on the levels that drop them. Which is basically like an extra hit point, but if you lose it and you're going for that challenge, then that means you lost your only... Oh, there it is! Okay, so we have the heart token now. If I don't care about trying to get percentage score... Oh wow, I should have lost it right there. Like, how? How the hell would I have navigated this? There we go. Okay, well, Wow, I'm bad at this. Hmm.
Below, washing out the tents. Through the stories that build lies above their head. Wishing nothing we so bodies without.
What the hell? This game is like a test for how good is your ADD at actually allowing you to multitask. I swear. It takes a special kind of hand-eye dexterity to do this kind of stuff in a way that I don't think I can. I also don't think this quickly on this many fronts simultaneously when receiving visual information. I struggle as it is just because I have a lazy eye. Ooh. No? Like I got less than half of this one. Wow. Okay. Well, an attempt was made. So all these ones that have the heart, does that mean I've successfully saved the heart, or that one shows 100? Okay, so the first heart appears here on Daisy Wheel. This is like one of the starting tracks to the game. Lady, why are you being so— I know that I hurt. I know I'm not making that face though. Come on. Like I'm leaning because I hurt that much, but I'm not making that face. Early, even on low difficulties, I'm terrible at this. Okay, so we've got the heart. Now my goal is not to even worry about percentage, simply keeping the heart alive. Don't get hit at all. Which should be your goal at all times anyways, because that's a perfect run, but... No! Why am I so bad at this? I don't even know what my high score on it was. Let's see. I don't think I'm capable of winning this challenge. Oh no. I guess while I'm doing this, I'll have to think of what else I want to play. I'm feeling like old school arcadey games right now, like Raiden. I really want to play Raiden 3 and Raiden 4 and 5, but 4 and 5 weren't that great. 3 was really just like the one. It was the one that hit arcades so well. You know what I might do is one of my other... I do have other rhythm and music games that I could play. Let's try doing one of the Bit.Trip ones. My high score on this before was 84. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I'm doing terribly at this today. Okay, let's switch over. I know that I have Soundodger at least. It should be a Soundodger. Bit.Trip. Ugh. Bit.Trip.Core, that's the one. Whoa. Is this one actually set up or... No, it's not. Okay. Gotcha. Game capture. Let's turn on some music real quick too. Alright, let's see if this actually detects. I don't know if it will right off the bat. Oh, there we go. Also, I'm gonna move chat just a little bit. It's taking up so much of the screen. That's right, lady. Make that face. Make the cigar shark face. New game. New game. Wake up. Oh, dear. Wake up. Wake up. Yeah, this is a terrifying intro. Oh. No! Okay, don't start jamming out. Note to self, don't start jamming out. Alright. No, I paid attention to the achievement and lost it. Whoa. No. Okay. Wait, what? What? Oh no. Oh, I hate that challenge. It changed the direction my beams are going. That's so messed up. fun. Okay, so what does that mean? Okay. What? Oh? Oh? What? Oh, okay. Ah. Whoa. No. No. I got the sideways challenge on accident. What the heck? I don't know. I think I may have lost the game here, folks. Oh no. What? Okay. Yep, that's game over. Alright, not bad. Hey there, LT. Hey there, Nyan. Wow. Okay. That was fun. Let's see what else we got in the variety bag here for tonight. I think I got like maybe one more game in me for tonight before I'm gonna have to call it due to back pain, and I'm sorry for that, folks. But I'm doing what I can with what I got, and my body is a little limited sometimes. Let's see. Furry puzzle game would be fun. I've been waiting to play that one for a minute. I have another Pixel Junk, not Bit.Trip. I don't understand the Pixel Junk series. I thought that they were part of the Bit.Trip series initially, and they aren't. No longer skipping. It was a thermal issue. I'm betting that was what it was. And that's kind of been like one of the bigger problems that we've been facing. Is something messing up my steez? I legitimately think it's a thermal thing, because that was majorly a contributing factor when I was working with Diablo. Interplanetary. Hey, Nyan, do you want to play a game of Interplanetary? It lasts about an hour, last I remember. If you're there. What if I can get heavy bullets to run without blue screening my machine. HW monitor? As in, like, the performance monitor built into Task Manager? Other than that, the only thing that I've got anything remotely like that would be the built-in Acer Predator software. Oh no, I don't have anything like that then. Wow. Heat wall monitor. Ooh. No, I have not heard of that, and I'll have to definitely look into it. Did I ever play Defense Grid on this stream? I cannot remember. You know what? Let's play the game that I said I wanted to play after watching the preview on your stream. Display 1, display 2. What the hell? Uh-oh. Wrong button. Try that again. There's that stutter. If I start a new game, it starts stuttering. Love it so much. It's great. It's the best. Also, God, that noise. It's game capture. Lifeless planet. Down here. L. Attention. So a better idea what the heck's happening. Oh wait, no, don't do that. I forgot that changes the resolution of things if I do that. Yeah, stick me in the corner. I don't remember like what kind of UI is in this game. She used to smile. She would keep going. The kindness in her voice.
Ignition sequence start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Slam into Mars. Woo! Fastest trip to Mars ever.
Oh, my head is killing me. It feels like I have a concussion. And where's my crew?
My head is foggy. The sound of my breath puffing in my helmet is hollow and distant. It's hard to tell how long I've been unconscious. I'm worried I might have a concussion. I wish I could lay back down and rest, see if the pain passes, but the situation is far too critical. To call that a hard landing would be kind. We crashed. Maybe the eggheads miscalculated the trajectory. Maybe we just hit a spell of bad luck. Whatever the case may be, this is not the paradise they described to us back home. This is no lush greenery. There's no sign of life at all. And where's my crew? I hope they're just securing a perimeter and that I was only out for a few minutes. I need to find them, get their status, and figure out what the heck happened. I need to do it before I run out of air. Featuring a holographic display service for extra portability and versatility, the HoloTab 3000 is the latest in tablet technology. HoloTab automatically scans and translates text written in over 800 languages. In addition, this device may be used to compose and store mission log entries. ISSA document 004 PDA. I jump. Oh. Okay. There's a rock over this way, a crater over this way. Where do I find the super mutants? You booking it across the desert. Gotta find that spice. What a weird rock. New objective.
Crap. An oxygen leak.
Follow the trail. This game. What do you mean, this game? Oxygen tank filled. Estimated 8 hours remaining. Oxygen supply vehicle model 8A. These supply vehicles will be sent to the planet 3 days in advance of landing party to provide for longer excursions on the planet's surface. However, because the unmanned probes have determined that the planet is rich with life and the oxygen levels on the planet are near Earth levels, these supply vehicles may not be needed. Well, you were wrong. Mushrooms! Ganoderma!
I understand that even at twice the speed of light, your journey will take 15 years.
That's right. We'll be traveling so fast, our spacecraft will arrive at the planet before the transmission of this interview does. But it's still such a long trip. We'll be put into a sort of coma. Our heart rate will be slowed dramatically to minimize aging during the flight.
How do you prepare for this one-way mission, knowing you will never return to Earth?
Well, I have a volunteer crew of very skilled and focused individuals. We all have a deep desire to explore, to go somewhere new. And frankly, we also have few attachments here on Earth.
I've touched this game for like half a second before, but never really got into it.
At least my jetpack works.
Everything.
Well, mostly.
Everything about this mission is a disaster so far. The lander took a beating, and with it, most of the equipment. My suit is functional, but barely. The jetpack can still put out a single burst, which is useful for short jumps. I find I get the most distance when I trigger the burst at the top of my jumps. Oh no. I see they put in an invisible wall for me, just to lament at. How nice of them. Also, I don't remember this game being about an American astronaut. Are you kidding me? Why is the ground here slippery?
Why are there no signs of life on this planet?
I was following a trackway left behind by my crew but got separated from the trail. Hopefully I can make my way around. In the meantime, I still can't understand why this planet is barren and lifeless. Our remote observations were conclusive. This planet was rich with life. So where did it go? Maybe we just dropped on the wrong spot, but initial readings aren't coming up with any trace of biological activity. So where's the music coming from? Ah! So we're playing a platforming game, but in 3D, I guess. You can push certain objects. Primary mouse button.
I need to get up there somehow.
Found more water. Which, that's kind of interesting. Water on Mars, huh? Well, no, they're traveled at 15 years at faster than light speed, so this is somewhere else. Hello? What are you? What? Meow. Okay. What that is. You know, this entire thing could be a map in VR chat. Let's take a look up here at this bed thing. A book. Ah. Well, now you're just tripping.
What is going on here? What is the point of all this? Okay. I need to stay calm.
For 15 years, I hung in cryo like a bag of frozen, forgotten vegetables. That's what they said anyway. They played us real good with that story they spun. Another planet, suitable for housing human life. Can't believe I fell for it. I actually have to compliment them on the lack of oxygen. That's a really nice touch. Of course, they probably just tampered with the meters. I bet I could take off my helmet right now. Is that what this is? A test to see how long it takes for us to break protocol? I'm not some rocket jockey kid playing at being an astronaut. What in the world is the point of all this? Where did they take my crew? I need to stay calm. My head is still spinning from the crash. Probably need a doctor. Bet they think that's funny too. Whoop, wrong button. The People's Republic? What?
How is this possible?
Oh. Never mind.
How do I make it up there?
So I am supposed to parkour around. Okay. Bloody hell. I'm not good at 3D platforming games. They irritate the hell out of me. Especially when they're all floaty like this. It's hard to judge distances. Second half of the code for access to Southern Laboratory, 549. In keeping with security protocol, this portion of the code must be kept separate from the other half of the code, auto-translated from Russian.
У меня нет слов, чтобы выразить свою гордость в связи с началом наших экспериментов здесь, в этом новом мире. Когда мне описывали зеленый огонь, это звучало неправдоподобно.
Do you imagine I would lay my eyes on a world so colorful? I am overwhelmed by its beauty. And now we begin a difficult journey to cultivate this place in the name of the motherland. The governments of the West call our intentions aggressive. They do not believe in the sovereignty that is the Soviet Union. What is this?
Правительства Запада расценивают наши намерения как агрессивные. Они не признают
We've seen so many
наш
victories. We repelled
суверенитет.
Germany's aggression, the glorious rise to power, and fought with valor to spread the communist ideal to other broken nations. What we accomplished here will drive the Soviet Union ahead of the entire world without ever firing a shot. The power of the entire Soviet Union could be learned here, and I'm the one that will lead us to victory.
За распространение
Okay.
коммунистических идеалов среди других порабощенных народов. Но то, что мы совершим здесь, позволит стране Советов вырваться далеко вперед.
Wow, they ran that entire thing in Russian. They didn't have anybody like read the rest of the stuff in English, but all in the Russian.
Весь Советский Союз энергии, источники которой мы откроем здесь. И я буду стоять во главе.
The camera controls in this are awful. Okay, so I can't get into any of these buildings. There's a very tall building over there, though, so we're gonna go over there. Why are we making that face, lady? No, my mouth is closed, I assure you. What? 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 Huh?
There you are. Are you okay? Oh man, this is messed up. Listen, you're almost out of oxygen. I'm pretty low myself, but I'm gonna give you everything I can. I think there may be some air canisters in that town. Okay, you're gonna be all right now. Just hang in there, buddy. We'll figure this out together, all right? Whoa! Ah!
Well. First half of code for Southern Asset. Okay. Okay. Cool. Three 549. All right. I keep hitting this button. Why buildings so tall? What direction is south? I figure it's just this way. Yeah, that looks important. Also, dang, that's a good screenshot.
These graves seem pretty makeshift. Like they were in a hurry to bury the bodies.
Discovered a collection of makeshift graves outside the town. Whatever and wherever this place is, it seems things didn't end well for the inhabitants. Alright, alright, alright. Maybe you didn't have an oxygen leak. Maybe you just gave the other person all your oxygen. Da 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 da. Yeah, sure. Bell? Is this gonna give me a freaking copyright strike again?
I bet I can make use of this.
Three nights ago, I managed to barricade myself in the room. With any luck, they won't be able to get in here. Of course, all I've done is lock myself into my own tomb. I realized I'm near the end. The calls from the other posts have dwindled over the past 2 days. It's been hours since anyone's responded. I've made peace with the idea of my death, but I wish I didn't have to face it alone.
Вот уже несколько часов, как больше вообще никто не отвечает. Я примирился с мыслью о кончине. Но как бы мне хотелось, чтобы, встречая ее, я не был бы один.
Ominous. Don't mind if I do. What is your major malfunction? Private pile.
So the Russians found some kind of portal that transported them to this planet. And then things went terribly wrong.
So, I found my way into some sort of research facility. Came across the skeletal remains of one former lab worker. Where was that? Documents nearby indicate the Russians built some sort of portal system that led here, though I'm not certain where here is. This place appears to be a colony, like they weren't fully established before something went wrong. Oh wow, that's like a portal just out in the middle of the wilderness too. Hello? Hello? Oh, I don't think I'm allowed to have this anymore. The virus is spreading faster now. All our efforts to contain it so far have been futile. We haven't given up hope, however. And my colleagues are working tirelessly. We're not dealing with terrestrial species, and thus there is so much we don't know. The challenge is so great, and yet we must prevail. We will prevail, we must prevail. Okay. What kind of dreams are you having, buddy? Amazing! With each test we run, her samples appear more promising. I will log more details later. There simply isn't time right now.
Позже я занесу в журнал больше подробностей. Сейчас просто нет на это времени.
glow dog. The glow dog has been here. I see, I see.
Great. I think my mind is playing tricks on me.
I thought for a moment I was back on Earth. After the hallucination passed, I found a human trackway leading out of the underground facility. The footprints glow green for reasons I can't explain. I took some samples but haven't had time to analyze. The footprints seem to lead out of the facility, so for now I'm going to follow them, but with caution. This game did not have English localization when I played it. Somehow that didn't seem to be moving that fast. Like, wow, that's it. I use it. I can't use any of these other things. Bonk! Bonk. Bonk. Yes, because that's how things work. An empty 55-gallon drum would totally do that.
I need to find a way to turn this on.
Ding dong! Ding dong! Ding dong! Ding dong! Am I seriously supposed to, like, speed run my way up that? I mean, I guess it takes a long time for it to go back up, but... Huh. This is obnoxious. Alright. Here we go. No way, there's no way. Yeah, there's no way. What the hell am I supposed to do here? Uh-oh. Get it. Okay. Yeah, go do your thing. It takes so long to get back, and it's because I'm supposed to jump across while it's coming back. Yep, okay, that is it. Oh, I hate this noise so much. This is an awful noise, an awful puzzle design. pods. What the? Wait. That was an option the entire time. Oh, I'm a fool. Wait, what the hell? What, Sam hell? What, cilantro? Okay, I can't move any of these. No, it's not that way. Let it go further. Try again. No! Why? Buddy, why are you caught in a Mario game, and why is it so bad? Yahoo! Hup! Okay, none of that made any sense. I just completely defied so many physics. What just happened there? We follow that spicy green trail, that jalapeno mustard trail. What's over here? It's a Mario pipe. That's the portal they used. Located an abandoned mining operation. The rocks here appear to seem to share the same phosphorescent properties of the human footprints I'm following. I guess there's some radiation involved here. Not sure if this area is safe, so I'm moving on, following the green footprints as best I can. Where's my portal gun? I want my portal gun back. What? There's something over there. What could it be now? Is that a people? Hello?
Не следуй за мной.
I wish I understood.
That was
this.
either a vivid hallucination, or I'm not alone on this planet.
You know, what the hell was that?
Несмотря на
Despite the
нерешительность
hesitations of our
наших
scientists,
ученых,
I increased
я
the kilowatt
увеличил
output of
выход
our electrical
энергии
generators by
генераторов тока на
200% without any noticeable
200% без
environmental
всякого
reaction.
заметного
The
влияния на
reproductive rate of the moss-like
окружающую
species
среду.
we call the green fire
Скорость
appears to be
размножения
quite high,
видов,
and
называемых
so we
нами
theorize it
зеленый
must also
огонь,
serve as a source
кажется
of nutrients to
достаточно
the plant
высокой,
life on the
и
planet.
мы думаем,
To alleviate
что
the
они
concerns of
также
the,
могут
of the
служить
scientists, I return the
источником
generators to
пищи
normal
для
output, but the
остальной
result
растительной
illegible.
жизни на
Find myself
планете.
wondering if the abundance of power is
Чтобы успокоить
not,
моих
in and of
коллег, я
itself, a
вернул
deterrent of
генераторы
warfare.
на нормальный
Would our
выход
enemies
тока.
lower their weapons so they knew
Но
our reactors would
результат-
never power down?
Я
What
вдруг
level of
подумал,
accomplishment would they feel in
интересно,
their flag on the
не
moon
является ли
if all they
обилие
could see
энергии
looking back
само
on the
по
Earth was
себе
continuous flow
сдерживающим
of the mighty
фактором
Soviet
военного
Union?
конфликта?
Nuclear weapons seem like the
Опустили бы
clubs of
наши враги
barbarians compared
свое
to the scientific
оружие,
potential we've
если бы
seen
узнали,
here.
что наши
More families are
реакторы никогда
arriving
не
along with the
отключатся?
men. Our
Что
society
осталось бы
blossoms
от
into an
их
extension of the
самодовольства,
motherland,
от
a
того,
new
что их флаг
motherland?
находится на
This
Луне,
must
если бы,
This is
глядя
what
на
the great
Землю,
writers of our age
они
must have felt
видели
while regarding their
только
creations.
неугасимый свет
Perfection.
могущественного Советского Союза. В сравнении с научным потенциалом, который представлен здесь, ядерное оружие кажется лишь дубинкой дикаря. Все больше наших семей перебирается сюда. Наше общество расцвело настолько, что мы уже можем назвать это место родиной.
I'm kind of curious. Is there anything actually up here? No, there's nothing up here. Not even a view. Oh, are we gonna Skyrim goat our way up this wall? Uh-oh. Where'd all the music go? Give me back my music! I'll play my own music then. With blackjack and furries. That's what I get for looking for my lighter while running. It is so quiet, yeah. No! Okay. Are you kidding? I died right at the save point? What the hell? Person's good at climbing. A red glow down there. Come on. Come in, over. Red glow. Ooh, this one's pretty. Initial analysis indicates albandine or pyro garnets in mica schist. Typical of minerals formed deep underground at very high pressure. If confirmed, this suggests active plate tectonic activity in this planet's crust, which contribute to an environment more hospitable for life, because it brings rich nutrients and minerals up to the surface. And yes, Piglet, I am a nerd. A woman of the sciences, raised by engineers. Parkour! This is all meant to teach you not to jump. Player behavioral adjustment. Yes, put your jetpack right in the microphone, sir. My jetpack sure wasn't made for low gravity jumping, but it does help me cross larger gaps. I found the trick is to space out the jet burst from maximum distance. If I repeat the burst too quickly, it uses up the charge before it has time to recover, and I don't get very high. Now I have to decide if I want to go back down below for the easy jump, or take the exciting and dangerous route from here. I've dropped my joint because I am a fool. Did I just drop it into the trap? I think I did. Verifying. Verifying location of lit joint. might have to stop. Oh. Ow. Further samples of the garnets confirm they are of the almandine variety, common on Earth, but these are atypically large. Rock matrix is metamorphic, likely caused by mountain building, again suggesting an active geologic past for this planet. Also, everybody, hydrate. Go now. If you have not been drinking during the time that you've been hanging out with me, it's been 2.5 hours, go refill your water. If you haven't had water, go fill a cup with water. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's totally what just happened. So, why is it happening even when I'm, like, reducing my overall velocity? Like, that's just rude. One sec, I have to change a thing. Oh no, did I break my notes outside MP music? There we go. Somebody want to tell me what just killed me? Because, sure as hell wasn't the fall. That time it was the fall. Okay. Yes, the invisible surface that punches me in the head. Love that one. That's my favorite surface in the game. When I'm falling and I just get punched out of the air, regardless of my powerful jetpacker abilities. Oh, does anybody ever remember? Does anybody here remember the game, The Rocketeer, or the movie? A game about punching Nazis. And movie, honestly. It was another one of those. We're gonna do a game that is basically Indiana Jones, but this time it's about somebody finding a super weapon and wearing it like they're superhero. I think there's no wait. There was an entire comic book series about the Rocketeer. Flapping my wings. What is killing me? Ah! I love press W simulators. You press W, and then it simulates that you're playing a game. Red Rocks. Welcome to Red Rocks, folks. Who's jamming today? It's Bongle. It's Porter Robinson and Bongle. It's the greatest concert you've never seen and never will.
Okay, don't look down. Don't look down.
You looking down in a second right now when I tell you to, 'cause you'll look down, down.
That confirms it. This is not planet Earth.
Why does that confirm that this isn't planet Earth? Are you saying that you've been across the entire planet, sir? Of course you wouldn't, Dan, because you're a brat. You know what this planet needs? Birds. What the heck? What the heck? What if I just... Womp womp womp, womp womp womp, womp womp. Oh, okay. Bye. The fuck? The fuck was that? If I just walk over here again, will that happen again? What the hell? What was that? Just fell right through the planet. Extended boost disabled. Oh, okay. I just used up my fuel. That spin. That's a lot of water. Alright, I want my fan boat from Fallout now. Not Fallout, Half-Life. This one. What the hell? Hell? Don't like the way these are behaving.
Подвижная механическая рука наконец работает. Мы обнаружили, обычные батареи выходят из строя.
The junior technician suggested we use the green fire itself as a power source for the arm. After weeks of work, we finally succeeded. The arm actually draws power from the structures, a perfect solution to the impasse. Robotic arm.
Нам очень повезло, что по прибытию на эту планету здесь уже существовала сеть устройств, способных обеспечить все наши потребности в электроэнергии, невзирая на странность их внешнего вида и строения, которые мы быстро утвердили как нашу собственность. Однако любопытно, что системы управления для запуска этих устройств кажутся предназначенными для очень высоких существ, гораздо более высоких, чем человек или что-либо, с чем мы столкнулись здесь с момента нашего прибытия. Несмотря на это, наши отличные инженеры быстро придумали оригинальное техническое решение. При помощи этой механической руки мы в состоянии добраться до самых высоких мест, что дает нам возможность приводить в действие нужные устройства. И все же причина такой высоты этих систем управления остается загадкой.
I need to turn this game down. It is insufferably loud. Okay, I guess we're doing it from inside Windows then. Are you kidding? Okay. Arm. Oh, and then my music dies. Why am I suddenly losing frames?
This structure appears to draw power from that green rock.
I've come across what appears to be a power station of some sort. An array of Tesla coils surrounds a mysterious monolithic structure. The entire apparatus seems to draw power from a glowing green rock inside the monolith, which levitates and pulses with energy. Yes, it do. They do seem to do that. Now, how does one break into this facility? Yep. Yes, I am. That is all. Well, the delightful part is, it's not happening at all in my game. It's only happening in OBS. And I have screwed with the encoding as much as I possibly can. I cannot seem to figure out what's causing it. And I can't pin anybody down to help with diagnostics when I actually have the time to work on it. So, yeah. Go fuck myself, I guess. And everybody gets to suffer. Yep. M? What? Am I seriously playing a crane game right now? Are you really calling that a puzzle? Also, now there's a delightful buzzing noise, but that's actually inherent to the game. We're next to a power station. Just out of curiosity. Is that hitching happening when I'm out of game? No, it's only when I'm in the game. I don't understand why certain things cause this to happen, but other things don't. It does appear to be things that like access the graphics card. Yeah, I'll take that. You gonna give me that? I'll take that. Give me that. Ow. Sure do enjoy being in pain all the time. It's great. What's this? I found a thing. I don't know what it is. Found a few things. I don't know what they are. no mind and have no fears. We show you the meaning of tears. Meow. Bye. Oh, what's going on over there?
There's something odd about that storm.
Alright. So we're back on Mars, or the place that's like Mars. Wasteland. Plant life. Well, once upon a time there was. Well.
What in the world? Hey, get away from him.
Both my crewmates are now confirmed dead. It seems this planet's not lifeless after all. A deadly life form lingers below the surface of the planet. The woman seems to avoid their traps somehow. I will try to use this to my advantage, following her tracks as best as possible. Yeah, I didn't say it. Welcome in, Koi. I'm sorry. I'm having a very high-pain day. It is affecting my mood, and I should probably quit streaming pretty shortly here. Forever. Never to be seen again. She's too sick to stream. Hey, camera? Hey, camera. Did my mouse just die at the same time? My mouse died at the same time as my headphones are dying. I love it. So I have to take the goop trail. Why is the lady covered in goop? Why is she so goopy? So now we're playing Don't Touch the Lava. Located a vast field of columnar basalt, these natural formations appear smaller to those on Earth, but of a far grander scale than any terrestrial occurrence I'm aware of. I have to assume they formed in a similar fashion to basalt columns on my home planet, via the slow cooling of huge lava flows. As the hot substance cools into new rock, it contracts, sending deep cracks into the surface in geometric patterns. Once these cracks go deep enough, they result in the towering columns of rock. These tracks are my guide.
Cause a biological reaction with the soil.
A delicate female footprint offering me subtle comfort as I press on into the unknown. Strangely, it's not always effective. I seem to lose the tracks in rocky areas, of which there are plenty. In the right light, though, I can see where they pick up again to continue my journey. An analysis of the soil at the point of contact suggests there's something organic reacting to the person or thing, whatever she is, making the tracks. The faded glow is haunting, unsettling marks on the earth that make me recall nuclear propaganda films. I'm trying not to worry about the idea that with every step my body is being irradiated beyond repair. Taking a sample from one of the root species. My field observation tools are not of much use, but from what I can tell, these creatures are a carbon-based life form. However, the cellular structure is completely unique. There's very little specialization between cells, and yet the cells appear to be far larger and vastly more complex than those of terrestrial animals, including humans. Did I just go in a giant circle? I'll assume that it pointed me in the direction I'm actually expected to go. So far, this person's level design have all just been a general, like, flow where it goes. That being said, I hurt like hell. I'm gonna save this. I keep trying to use the hotkey that I have mapped to my mouse that doesn't actually work. Let's see who we want to raid over to. I see somebody else going through the experience of Signalis. Let's send you all over to Leah Bella. I'm actually really curious to see how her playthrough is going. Alright, everybody. Thank you so much for dropping in. I hope that you folks have a lovely evening with Leah. Please say hi. It was really fun to have you all here. Thank you for all those that hang out in the background, and for all those that were part of chat, and for everybody who tunes into the pod. I hope to see you all again soon, 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time tomorrow evening. See you all there. Have a good night. Thank you all.